Hello everyone! Today we're going to go over sight singing, practicing identifying notes, identifying solfege, and putting it all together and singing, clapping and all that jazz. So let's get started. So quick reminder, when we identify notes we have, I say on the, or in the space, it spells face, so F-A-C gives us our starting note, E. And then when we work with lines, on the lines I say every good boy does fine. So we have every good boy. B is our answer. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little quicker since again I think we're getting the hang of this and I'm hoping it's getting easier and you're like, all right, Miss Schaefer, let's go. So I'm gonna try to get going. So here we go. Ready? Down to A. Down to G. Got a bag already. A or G. Gag. Let's keep going. A or gaga. Then we have G, A, up to B, got C, up to D, down to C, down to B, down to A, down to G, got a bag in there again, F, up to G, up to A, down to G, got another gag in there, F, up to G, up to A, up to B, up to C, and these are the same, so it is also C. Okay, now we're gonna go over solfege now and see how we do with that, okay? So movable do tells us that the first note we start with is do, so our first answer is always given to make it a little easier. Now, let's try it. So we have down a step to T, down a step to la, down a step to sol, up to la, down to sol, up to la, down to sol, up to la, up to T, and we've got do, re, back down to do, T, la, down to sol, down to fa, up, sol, up to la, down to sol, down to fa, up to sol, up to la, up to T, and we end on two do's. Alrighty. Quick reminder, that dotted half note is worth 3 beats. Okay, now, let's try it. So 4/4 is pretty straightforward. We're gonna clap and say the solfege together, okay? So 1, 2, ready, go. Do, ti, la, sol, la, sol, la, sol, la, ti, do, re, do, ti, la, sol, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do. All right, I'm hoping that wasn't too difficult for you. Now we're gonna move on and try to see if we can sing it. So again, we start pretty high, so I like to always start with the lower do first. So lower do is match my pitch. Do. Let's try it. Higher octave. Do. Let's try it. Ready? So 1, 2, ready. Do, ti, la, sol, la, sol, la, sol, la, ti, do, re, do, ti, la, sol, fa, sol, la, sol, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do. Okay, I held that do a little long at the end. I did more of a half note than a quarter note. Quick side note, pun intended. Okay, now, good job if you got to go through the whole thing and didn't have any mistakes at all. If you want to go through it again, if you happen to make any mistakes anywhere and you want to get it right, you're more than welcome to back it up a little bit. Otherwise, we're going to keep going. So we have one more exercise before we go. Okay, so let's try it. So we have our 3-4 exercise. So we know in the space it spells face, F-A-C-E. We've got our note. On the lines, every good boy does fine. Every good boy does fine. Here we go. Let's try it. G. Got a bag already. Notice that. They're kind of copying it. Sometimes they do that. You'll notice that in music too. Sometimes you'll see some repeating stuff. Right up to A, G, same note, G, ooh, same note. Want to keep an eye out for that. Down, up to G, up to A, down to G, down a note to F. Got a gag in there, just noticed it. Up to A, up to B, and then we end on C. So, movable do, same deal. Again, we start with do. So let's try it. T, down to la, down to sol, down to fa, back up to sol, up to la, same note, la, sol, we've got 3 total in a row, down to fa, back up to sol, down to sol, down to fa, up a note to sol, up a step to la, up a step to T, and up a step to do. Again, I'm hoping this is easy. I'm hoping I'm not going too fast. And again, I'm hoping by this point that we're getting the hang of it and this isn't too quick for you. If it is for any reason, again, feel free to email me. I'll try to go over it with you and make it a little easier. Now, let's clap this out, saying the solfege. Then we're gonna sing it. So quick reminder, 3-4, emphasize the 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's try it, starting on do. 1, 2, 3, ready, and clap. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, sol, la, la, sol, 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 fa, sol, la, sol, fa, sol, la, ti, do. How did we do? I'm hoping that wasn't too hard. All right, now we're gonna try to do the singing. So same deal. We'll pick a do. So ready, copy me. Do. Sing the octave up with me. Do. Let's try to do the whole thing together. Again, we emphasize the 1. I will go a little slower than we did for clapping so we can think about it for a second. So 1, 2, 3, ready, and do, ti, la, sol, fa, sol, la, la, sol, 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 fa, sol, la, sol, fa, sol, la, ti, do. How did we do? I'm hoping that wasn't too difficult and it wasn't too confusing. Switching over to 3-4 kind of changes things a little bit rhythmically. Alrighty, friends. I hope this was getting a little easier. I'm hoping it's getting a little more fun for you now that we're kind of getting the hang of it. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for participating with me, and I will see you next time.